Hi, I'm Aiden, and today I'll be interviewing John Reisert. Hi, John. Could you just introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, hi, I'm John Reisert. I'm a graduate of the class of 22. I did swimming here at Bard. About February of this year, I decided to quit my job and just hike the Appalachian Trail. And so then I hiked until August. I started March 17th, and I hiked until August 14th.
Yeah, can you describe how the hike went?
It went really well. I was successful, and no one really knows how many people actually finish, but the numbers I've heard is between a quarter to a fifth of people who actually attempt the hike finish. So the fact that I was able to complete it at all was, I think, more luck than anything else. There are a lot of people who just get unlucky with injury, but there are people who go in kind of with a little bit less preparation, and there are some people who just run out of money. They don't budget very well. Immediately after graduating, I initially thought I was going to go right into my hike, because it's been a goal of mine since I was 13-ish, but I didn't want to go southbound because really few people do it south, so it's a lot more isolating of an experience. And the hardest 100-mile stretch, called the 100-mile wilderness, it would be the very first thing you would do if you go south. And I didn't want to start with the hardest thing. I wanted to work up to it. So starting northbound in June just is not feasible with seasons and closures of some of the parks. So I didn't really know when I would get the opportunity to hike it, and so I just kind of put it on the back burner. And so in February, I found myself working a restaurant job. It was easy to leave that job, so I was really glad I had the opportunity to hike north the way I wanted to.
Do you think being a student athlete and just being an athlete in general prepared you physically and mentally to take on the Appalachian Trail? Because it's a huge undertaking.
It is a big undertaking, but it didn't prepare me physically, but it prepared me mentally. It was really perfect mental preparation because it's kind of equally as solitary. I mean, there is an option to listen to music. You do have headphones if you want. But the mental preparation of knowing what it takes to push yourself was really good to have. And there are a lot of people who do the Appalachian Trail who, really everyone who's doing it is just wants to go on an adventure. But there are a lot of people who haven't experienced real athletics. There were a lot of, people who weren't totally prepared for the mental side of things. And so it was kind of nice to have, essentially the spiels that John gave me while I was here that I was able to give to other people of how to do it, because especially early on, your legs are adjusting to walking every day. You don't normally walk 10, 12, 15 miles in a day. And then later on, as you go along, you start pushing to days of 20 or 25 miles. And especially when I was down in Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, I felt like I was spending a lot of time talking to people about the mental push. Because everyone's always worried about the physical side. But you need to take that mental leap to push to that next goal. And so it was good that I had these experiences here and to pass those on to other hikers.
Your decision to come to Bard, did the fact that Bard is such a campus surrounded by nature and all these trails become a factor in your decision?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's no question. But it was kind of funny, though. I didn't actually start exploring the area for that until I was a junior. I don't know why, but I waited so long. But, just, walking around Bard over on that side, and you can see the Catskills. Most of those peaks that you can see behind this building, I've hiked. And they're... and actually, there's a pretty long, about a 30-mile trail called the Devil's Path over in the Catskills. And I did that trail over 3 days as kind of just gear preparation to make sure I knew what I was doing. And my coach was the guy who picked me up and dropped me off and was my contact in case anything went wrong. And so yeah, coach really helped me with that little excursion into the woods. But yeah, absolutely. It's just a beautiful campus. I had to be around nature.